As abortion access in our country is under attack, TV shows have a responsibility to better represent patients in their plot lines. I'm Yoonj Kim, and this is MTV News Need to Know. As the Supreme Court reviews a Mississippi abortion access case over the coming months, their decision could rewrite our country's reproductive laws as we know them. Roe v. Wade has been the law of the land since 1973, but this new bill aims to ban abortions after just 15 weeks of pregnancy. So how did we get to this regressive place after nearly a half-century upholding the right to choose? The bulk of the blame is on the majority conservative Supreme Court members. This case, for example, is expected to be ruled 6-3 along ideological lines, but there's also a lack of understanding about why abortion access is so important and the potentially life-endangering risks of their restriction. There were more abortion storylines on TV in 2021 than in years past. But more significantly, these narratives fell short of accurately depicting the hardships of accessing abortion and the diversity of those who receive them. A study from the University of California, San Francisco tallied 47 abortion plots across 42 television shows, most of which centered on white women. But abortion patients are diverse, and Steph Harold, a data analyst who worked on the study, told MTV News why accurate information is crucial. The general public knows relatively little about abortion. Research finds that people often believe common myths about abortion, including that it's rare when it's very common, that it's medically risky when it's very safe, and that it's relatively easy to obtain an abortion when in reality it's often quite difficult. So omitting narratives in an era when divisive abortion laws are sweeping the country seems weird at best and irresponsible at worst. This year, only 2 American TV shows depicted characters struggling for access. This Is Us and Handmaid's Tale, a dystopian tale about the future of reproductive rights. But in both shows, these barriers are easily overcome. Not once did we see characters lacking insurance coverage or financial resources to cover the procedure, which can cost up to $1,500 in the United States. We also missed out on the reality that many states are abortion deserts, where people have to travel long distances or cross state lines to reach the nearest clinic. It's important for TV shows to represent the fact that most recipients are low income, a point that conservatives ignore in legislation. Earlier this month, there were oral arguments in the Supreme Court over the Mississippi case. Trump-appointed Justice Amy Coney Barrett suggested that people who have unwanted pregnancies use safe haven laws or child abandonment and adoption instead of abortions. This statement ignores the fact that pregnancy itself is costly both financially and physically, even before birth. Having kids is exceptionally costly in the US, and our nation is one of 6 in the world that does not have guaranteed maternity leave. Yet Republicans recently rejected President Biden's social safety legislation that included paid family leave. It's hard to change minds about abortion, but better representation can build knowledge and shift public perception. The UCSF study found that while medical abortion pills account for 1/3 of the procedures, they were portrayed in only 4 shows this year. And even then, they weren't accurately portrayed. In a Law & Order SVU episode, a girl was forcibly given an abortion pill and ended up in the hospital, making it seem dangerous. In reality, medication abortion is extremely safe. Adverse effects occur in less than 0.3% of medication abortion in the US, making it safer than medications like Tylenol and Viagra. And yet only 5% of Americans have even heard of medication abortion. Plus, they're available online, which could be a good alternative for people seeking abortions, even in those states like Texas, where access is severely restricted. That's why this kind of storytelling is so important, because it has the power to reach you at home. And as Karen Sprutch, Planned Parenthood's Senior Director of Arts and Entertainment Engagement, told MTV News, it's critical that content creators understand that people from all walks of life have abortions for many different reasons, and that too many patients have to deal with multiple barriers to access. The systematic chipping away of reproductive rights is a means to disempower us. That's why diversity and accuracy in pop culture is so important. Because if our storytelling is behind the times, we're not going to push our society forward. I'm Yoonj Kim, and that's what you need to know.